Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. With Billy and Barry, I'm Sophia. The Bruins lose 3-1 to the San Jose Sharks. Several spurts of momentum that we were pointing out, especially from that bottom six, some forechecking, then the top six as well, but the penalties got in the way, killed that momentum. Of course, it was a power play goal, but the Bruins couldn't really get together. And let's not forget, great goaltending by the San Jose Sharks, but still, the Bruins kind of got in the way a little bit with themselves.
They did. Let's start with Askarov. He's now 6-1-0 in his last 7. He's given up just 10 goals in that time. Save percentage is clipping .955 in that time as well. All right. But with that said, the Bruins did finally get some chances in the third period. The big reason for me is that you did some tweaks to your lines, and you end up putting Geekie and Pasta and Zacha together. And then you ran them in that third line, the mitten line, an awful lot in the third period, and justifiably so. You'll see some Hustadinov out here too. But overall, Barry, these guys brought it, pushed it, got more of the intensity that I think we were missing a little in the first 2 periods. And they created, it never felt, this is a good play. They didn't get a great shot off there. Askarov, a little extra something at the end there. But I like the Bruins played well. But to their credit, too, I thought San Jose played well in certain
I thought San Jose did play well, too. I thought they didn't give the Bruins a lot. The Bruins had to earn it. San Jose, to your point, has been playing better. 8-3-1, as Judd had mentioned, in the month of November. But I thought the first period was pretty even. I thought the Bruins weren't quite as intense as I would like. They came out in the second period. I thought they carried the first 7 or 8 minutes, and they controlled it. And then the penalty bug got them again, and then that took them right out of their momentum. And then you're chasing the game all of a sudden, and your top goal scorers aren't involved because you're killing off 5-on-3s. You gave up 6 power plays. You only gave them 20 shots, even strength, 11 on the power play. So it's 5-on-5, you were fine. It's when you're putting that pressure not only on your penalty killers, your goaltenders, and it's the same guys. You keep going back to the same penalty killers all the time, and they get tired.
And you're not tiring out your opponent that played last night at home. They had a 7 o'clock game at home. Turn around at 5 o'clock. They lost to Ottawa 3-2 in a tight game, but you're giving them power play minutes, which are easier.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, their other guys are resting up, too. So a lot of those things came together, and it just ends up biting the Bruins in the behind right now.
And you feel like, I feel like they could have got a point out of that one at least. It's one of those games when after the first period, you and I are sitting there going, this feels winnable.
Oh, yeah.
You're right there.
You're right there. Morgan Geekie getting on the board. The lone goal scorer for the Boston Bruins. That was true in the last game as well. His 17th of the season.
Yeah, this is just a great play by Pasta. He's able to get some wheels going here. Joki Harju drops it off to him, and he just kind of holds off the defender, but he I don't know if he sees him over there, but he's got him because it went tape to tape, Billy. He's kind of looking at him on the backside, and Geekie just gets his stick loose and one-times it. If there's one negative thing about this, I'm just seeing this guy score a little bit too much and not a lot of other guys right now.
Yeah, but to their credit, Barry, they've had a lot of depth scoring.
Yeah, you're right. And the power play.
And the power play.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. Great play. Mukmadulin does it. He thinks he's got Geekie. I like the way Geekie backed up, then created a little more space for himself, then comes in. And to your point about Pasta in the past is awesome. As we see the NHL goal leaders again, Geekie up at the top, just unbelievable.
That's impressive, man.
But it is. But these, I think we knew that eventually the goal scoring was going to dry up a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it coming into the season. It was one of the concerns, and Barry, for this team. Obviously, the defense. We don't need to relive the whole early season thing. That got away from them, the structure and all. But the fact that I'd love others to score. I'd like. Let's see if they can reset again before next game. They got 2 days off. Probably maybe tweak the lines a bit. I can't imagine they don't probably go with Pasta and Geekie together again. That's a good pair. Elias Lindholm's first game back, he was not very noticeable. So maybe the second game back will be better for him. They can do more with him and get a little more depth.
I think the other thing, too, a little frustrating was, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were talking about getting their road game back, trying to get back to 500. If you're going to make the playoffs in the National Hockey League, your road record usually has to be at least 500. Then you try and get better from there at home. they were 5-6. You just needed this win here to kind of get back to 500, head back east, and kind of go, okay, here we go again, and start building it. Now you're 2 games under, and you got to kind of rebuild and get that back again.
All right, it is time for our Subaru Star of the Game by Subaru of New England, and we're giving it to Macklin Celebrini as we take a look at his points in his last 10 games. 7 goals, 9 assists, +3 rating, 6 power play points. He's riding a 5-game point streak. That power play point, including tonight as he scored on the power play, guys, in the second period.
Yeah, Billy, I don't know about you, but I think this guy's going to be pretty good. What do you think? Should we go out on the limb on that?
Yes.
All world.
Great analysis.
All world. He's just one of those generational players that's at another level that you want to break it down, and it's just hard because his game, he's got it's 5 tools, Barry. He's got it all. He can, he's going to get stronger, which is going to make him even harder to get off the puck. He's going to win more faceoffs. But for a young kid, he's already got great stride. He's already got really excellent shot. He's got headiness. I mean, his IQ is off the charts. And a goal and assist, he just keeps adding up 5 shots on goal in this one.
And I think maturity-wise, Billy, got an extremely mature game for a young guy. He sees the ice so well. The one thing I thought coming out of college, because he came out so young, was I was just wondering physically how he was going to handle it. Well, guess what? He's doing all right.
Jay Pandolfo, he was 17 years old, youngest player in the NCAA, would talk all the time about how he's so strong and so smart and thinks the game at such a different level. It's amazing how good he was at, first, the youngest ever, Hobie Baker, and then to translate that to the NHL in a matter of 2 years. It's awesome. Look, you made a great point in pregame. Unfortunately, it took them many years of toothless sharks, so to speak, because they had to get all these draft picks. They're still a ways away, by the way.
Yeah.
They are.
But even as we know, even when you do have that opportunity to have those draft picks, these types of guys don't come around or aren't available all the time when you need that top pick.
His game summary presented by M&T Bank. Together we can. The Boston Bruins, despite outshooting, barely, but just a little, the San Jose Sharks. They lose 3-1 the final. 15:41 for Elias Lindholm time on ice. Billy, let's take a look at the rest of the forwards.
Yeah, and Pasternak, the fact of all the penalties, he was still able to get to that. Shows how much he played in the third period. Not, guys like Corrali, Steves, Tufte, they didn't play much in the third period, right? Just the way it went. The third line, because the Bruins didn't have, they had the 5-on-3. They got some ice time too. The Mittens and the Kaslik over 15. But you can see there, as I'm talking about, Steve just 9:42, and Lindholm, Elias version, just 15:42.
Yeah, I thought that third line was very effective again today, as we talked about.
First period,
early, especially.
All right, guys, let's take a look at Elias's night. As we said, 15:41, 58 from the face-off circle, and no shots on net.
Yeah, I think it was one of these situations. You missed 10 games. Billy, you haven't played in a while. You're on the road trying to, find your legs. It's going to take a little while here for him to get back into the frame of things. He was fine, but it wasn't when they made the switch of the lines, you didn't see a lot of offense come from his unit at all. It was a very quiet night on that front. But as he alluded to, the whole key to this hockey game was losing momentum and losing kind of control of the hockey game by taking too many penalties.
No question. So they'll fly tomorrow cross country. They'll land on the island, and then they'll have practice on Tuesday. For a guy like him, the whole team in general, but really important, and he'll get morning skate. So hopefully, I'm hoping he's able to be more involved in game 2.
And as we've been talking about all year round, the schedule doesn't get any easier, does it?
Not at all.
No, with all the injuries for everybody. We're not just saying the Bruins are having this tough time and the schedule is not fair to them. Everybody, because of the Olympics, it's just getting too compressed.